Abram becomes Abraham by decree. Identity is reassigned by the sovereign voice. Promise is repeated because doubt is structural. My covenant is the grammar of asymmetry. Renaming is governance at the level of the person. In the beginning is not matter but position, above and below. Coordinates precede objects before names, even nothing lacks contour. The primeval void is not a void of form, but a void in itself. Genesis begins with formless earth. The earliest nothing is unnamed and therefore unthinkable. Naming is the practice by which water becomes world. Meaning is not found, it is affixed. Destinies are fixed only after names are called, when above and below are first mesh of a net. Time, when, and relation and are creation's hinges. The coordinate net both captures and creates. There is no creation without place. To make is to cite. To cite is already to delimit. Memory is the projection screen of reconstruction. Historically, consciousness is a chorus, not a voice. Memory is longer than the self that carries it. History is a nightmare because the past is never past. Awakening is a desire to break inherited scripts. Inheritance is the most durable form of coercion. Space and time are not merely intuitions, but a priori of seed beds. We do not enter coordinates, we are born into them. The synthetic a priori is the frame before the picture. Culture is accumulated meaning transferred forward. Reality is always mediated. Things in themselves are not our habitat. A tabula rasa is literally unimaginable. Mind without residue is mind without mind. The blank page is itself written in advance. Without a reflecting wall, no image can appear. Understanding requires resistance. Comprehension is a rebound phenomenon. The question is not how Homo becomes sapiens, but how sapiens is made. Biology provides organs, culture provides operations. The human is an artifact of practices. We live forward and understand backwards. Existence is propulsion, meaning is revival. Existence is propulsion, meaning is retrieval. Understanding is the wake, not the bow. To understand the human is to understand understanding. Anthropology collapses into epistemology. The key tool is not what, but how. The power of understanding grows from the small word and. The and is a bridge mistaken for a particle, and the and binds actor to analyst, like life to logic. The abyss between being and understanding is negotiably grammatical. The abyss between being and understanding is negotiated grammatically. Syntax is metaphysics in miniature. The palace of power is hidden in conjunction. Every understanding is ironic, like every translation. Fidelity is always partial. Meaning arrives with a smirk. The minimum number is 2. Thought requires doubling, speaker and mask. Pseudonym is philosophy admitting plurality. Dialectics illuminates the past and fails the future. Analysis persuades after the fact. Foresight is where dialectic breaks its teeth. Manifestos are readable, gulags are inexcusable. The plan and the outcome diverge by necessity. Ideology is the future's alibi written in the past tense. The god of the threshold because he thinks he is the threshold. Two faces are less important than the third lens. Contradiction becomes coherent under border vision. Gatekeeping is cognitive act before it is political one. The middle of the bridge is a watchtower. Surveillance begins as synthesis. Rome invents, and Athens fears the void. Where emptiness terrifies, threshold defy. The void demands a custodian. In ritual and prayer, the janitor is evoked first. Beginnings require a keeper. January's governance of time store. War keeps the temple open, peace shuts it. Conflict is public, intimacy is private, even gods need doors. Creativity breaks definition, power lives by redefinition. Socialization is the shared maintenance of boundaries. The prayer for sin is a prayer for creation. To trespass is to make new joints. Paradox is the raw material of invention. The border man seeks the 0 point of the excluded middle. The middle is not neutrality, it is apparatus. Ontology and epistemology braid at the threshold. The same figure we crown as God, we diagnose as madness. Culture decides which contradictions are sacred. The asylum is a failed pantheon. The question returns, what does it mean to understand? Understanding is the discipline of contradiction. Sanity is contradiction held in form. To understand is to be immersed in language. The human lives in the between of expressions. The conjunction is our dwelling. Without names there may be oceans, but no rocks, gods, or knowledge. The world is not simply there, it is signposted into legibility. Humanity is an animal held together and apart by signs. The individual and society are inseparably connected through sign use. Identity is a social negotiation. Difference is a semiotic technology. Self-consciousness yields only that I am, not what I am. The I is an act of thought, not an intuition. Knowledge of self is always appearance-laden. Knowledge of objects requires an intuition of the manifold in me. Multitude is the inner condition of unity. The many in me are forced into one. The explanatory gap divides mind states from brain states. Understanding must explain its own medium. Molecules do not announce meanings. Imagination connects, understanding makes connection principle explicit. Judgment is interested organization. Objectivity is a discipline of shared translation. Of course, is navigation disguised as certainty. The taken for granted is a compass, not a proof. Being on course precedes being correct. Objectivity requires moving bodies, not only minds. The map is validated by travel. Shared understandings are enacted, not merely stranded. Shared understandings are enacted, not merely stated.